going back for another video. My name is Josh Kasich, and today is my Zack Snyder's Justice League cut version, or whatever you want to call it, review. The reason behind this movie is you had the original Justice League movie, right? Now, the original Justice League movie was originally going to be being made by Zack Snyder, and so he had to leave the project because his daughter, or one of his daughters, named Autumn, committed suicide because of depression. Then they brought in Joss Whedon, and there was a huge amount of like production issues and stuff like that, and the fact that Joss Whedon was just, came in to, fix everything, or, salvage what he could. I think the original Justice League movie actually turned out to be okay. It definitely wasn't, really good, but it wasn't really bad in my opinion. But I have to say that, but there was, a lot of people did not like that movie, and this started a movement to have Zack Snyder's original version or vision for the Justice League movie. And, I kind of disagreed with the movement, because if you guys don't know this, Zack Snyder had created the other movies that came before, Man of Steel, which it wasn't that bad, but, Batman v Superman Dawn of Justice was, I thought it was okay, but a lot of people hated it. So I was like, why do you guys think his cut's going to be better? I totally disagree with people on that idea that they thought it was going to be better. Now, here's the thing. I was wrong. In fact, the movie was Zack Snyder's version is just way, way better. I think, and this is really, it's somewhat the same movie, but it's different in all the right places. It added scenes which added more context, I think, and necessary for the plot. They definitely extended some scenes, which I think is really good, and they added a bunch of stuff into the ending that wasn't in the original that I thought was really good. There's one sequence where Batman had a dream at the end, which I feel like it was a little bit unnecessary. There was no context for it. Until he woke up from the dream, which I think kind of fixed it, but it was still kind of random. That wasn't in the original film. But other than that, it was really good. And even they introduced Martian Manhunter, aka John Jones. Well, I don't know why I was blanking on his name. But yeah, it was a very interesting, interesting. But yeah, they added a lot of context that I think was necessary. Some points, I still don't like the Flash depiction they have. I think he was much better in this film than the original Justice League, but it's still not good in my opinion. And then they put a lot of context. There's a lot of weird stuff that they kind of ruined, I think, for the Flash story for purposes, like how they make it seem like the Flash never met Iris. And as a person who actually watches the Flash CW show and understand a huge context of the Flash character, that is not right. That we actually see in the film when Barry first meets Iris, and it just doesn't make sense at all. And like, we know that they kept the fact that his dad is in prison for killing, or he didn't kill his wife, but he'd been, framed, or maybe not framed, but convicted for a crime he didn't commit because he just happened to be at the wrong place at the wrong time, and he's supposed to, be raised um, by Captain West or whatever, from the police, whose daughter is Iris West. So they grew up together, but this movie made it seem like that's not the case. So who raised him? That's my question, because this just brings up a whole lot of, like, it just doesn't make sense. But whatever. But like I said, he was much better in this film, but still not the Flash in my opinion. Even the CW's version of the Flash isn't really the Flash. I mean, it's like, Flash is supposed to be, like, if you took the CW Flash and gave him more of a funny goofball, a little bit of goofball personality, a little bit more, that would have been like a perfect Flash, because he combines them both kind of serious, but not. He wasn't a total goofball or anything. He's like still kind of that serious personality that the CW has, but he has that goofball elements to it, like a combination, and the CW is obviously more of a serious approach to it than the more comedy of the Flash that's supposed to be. But that's a little bit of a problem, and still none of them have blonde hair either, which is like a context to the character is that he had blonde hair as well. But I'm not totally complaining. The CW's version of Flash is still way better in my opinion than this version of the Justice League Flash. Another, I think, problem is the fact that they changed Mura, or eventually Queen of Atlantis and Arthur's wife. They changed so much to the character that there's no point on making this movie canon. I mean, I don't know how they're. I feel like since this movie is so much better than Joss Whedon's Justice League, but the problem is that with the whole Mira problem in this film, it can't work with the Aquaman movie. It just can't. I mean, the Aquaman in that movie was more to the Justice League. It was more of the original Justice League character than the Zack Snyder's character as well. I have to add that, but it's like it just doesn't work. Now, first of all, Aquaman made a plot hole in the Justice League because the Aquaman movie originally made it seem like that was the Mura and his first time, meeting, even though they meet in Justice League. So that there was like a plot hole there. But now, this Zack Snyder's version of Justice League opens way more plot holes. So, like, for instance, Mura is an orphan. Her dad and mother are both dead. Well, her father was in the Aquaman movie. So, how? Mura's red hair is definitely a lot lighter than it was in the Aquaman movie, so that's another problem. I mean, you could say she dyed it, but that's a little ham-handed if you ask me. Because I don't know even how that works. Cause she's constantly in the water, so it's like waterproof red hair dye. That's like I don't know, but whatever. And then her voice too was definitely different as well. There was like a accent to it, and it just it brings up a whole new like if this is supposed to be canon now, because and especially since it's a better film, it like the entire Aquaman movie kind of gets what's the word I'm looking for? I don't know, but I think I think out of all the DC movies, Aquaman was like the best. I mean, Wonder Woman was good, like the original, but like I think I loved Aquaman. Like it was flawed. I mean, I'm not gonna get me wrong. There's a lot of flaws with the film, but it was definitely out of all the DC EU movies, Aquaman was definitely the best in my opinion. And the fact that they kind of, you know, with this film, like, like totally disregard the film in my opinion. It's I don't know, but I don't know what to really say about that. But I mean, also I forgot about Shazam. That did come out. Shazam is pretty good. I still like Aquaman more, but I did enjoy Shazam. But yeah, other than that, that's kind of my overall thoughts. I think the 4 hour, like a 4 hour movie, I think is definitely, you know, it's always good for a movie to be longer in some ways and sometimes shorter in others. Because sometimes a shorter movie is good because, you know, sometimes you just, for a longer movie, you just put a lot of stuff in there that isn't really necessary. But sometimes a longer movie allows you to, if written good, allows you to add more context to the characters, more setup to the story, and all that. And I think this 4 hour, making the Justice League movie 4 hours long, I think helped the film a lot better, making it just a whole lot better than the original Justice League movie. Like I said, better context. There was definitely better context with the addition of scenes, extending scenes, overall just like, the ending as well. Like it was a way better movie, and that's my overall thoughts of the Snyder's version of the Justice League movie. I'm going to I think I would probably I think I'll give it an 8 out of 10 just because of the whole, like, I'm not really a big fan of the Flash and the whole mirror Aquaman problem in this that this brought up, and also that one little scene of his dream that just, I feel like just kind of, it really doesn't make sense. Like it was just put there, but yeah. And I think the dream was supposed to show that, Batman, a context to a line later in the film by Martian Manhunter, that, Batman still knows that Darkseid is still coming, even though he can't come through the mother boxes. But I feel like there's way better, if they're going to do that, I feel like the whole dream thing could have been changed in some way that would have been just better with that idea than what we got for that. But yeah, but like I said, 8 out of 10. And yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, please leave a like. If you're new, subscribe and hit the notification bell so you're notified for my next upload. My YouTube channel, website link, my Twitter, my Snapchat, and my Instagram are all in the description as always. And thank you. Goodbye.